Hello everyone, my name is Aditya and my colleague here Max, and today we are going to talk about blockchain databases. So what is blockchain? A blockchain is a continuously growing list of records called blocks, which are linked and secured using cryptography and hashing algorithms. A blockchain is an open, distributed ledger that can store transactions between two parties efficiently in a verifiable and permanent way. To be used as a distributed ledger, a blockchain is managed by a peer-to-peer network with a predetermined protocol for validating new blocks. So basically, blockchain implements node-to-node technology, storing transactions along the way to verify the movement of data from point A to point B. Let's talk about the history of blockchain for a little while. Blockchain was implemented a long way ahead in 1991. The first work on cryptographically secured chain of blocks was described in 1991 by Stuart Haber and W. Scott Stornetta. In 1992, Haber and Stornetta incorporated Merkle trees to the design with Bayer, which improved its technology and efficiency by allowing several documents to be collected into one block. Blockchain was first successfully implemented by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008 for its use in the cryptocurrency Bitcoin as its public transaction ledger. The invention of the blockchain for Bitcoin made it the first digital currencies to solve double spending problem without the need of trusted security or authority or central server. The words block and chain were used separately in Satoshi Nakamoto's original paper, but were coined as a single word, blockchain, by 2016. The term blockchain 2.0 refers to the new applications of distributed blockchain databases that have first started emerging in 2014. All the new applications and technologies that we are going to talk about ahead are based on blockchain 2.0. How are databases used with blockchain? For a blockchain database, each participant maintains, calculates, and updates new entries into the database. All nodes work together to ensure that they are all coming to the same conclusion, providing inbuilt security for the network overall the transaction as it takes place. A user with permissions associated with their account can change entries that are stored on a centralized server. By changing the master copy, whenever a user accesses the database using their computer, they'll get the updated version of the database entry. Control of the database solely remains with the administrator, allowing for access and permissions to be maintained by a central authority. Data written using blockchain cannot be edited or deleted. It maintains immutability after a record of transaction takes place.
Now we're going to talk about some of the advantages of using blockchain. Blockchain is an open source technology that users can modify as they see fit. This gives blockchain a sense of transparency that users know exactly what the rules are to the blockchain that they're using and whether it's edited and how they can interact with their transactions on the blockchain. Another advantage of using blockchain is the reduced costs. Because blockchain eliminates the third party in a lot of transactions, such as a bank, using a blockchain ledger can reduce business-to-business transaction costs. As well as removing the third party, it removes some of the rules that are associated with making transactions, and that can lead to faster transaction settlements. When you take out some of the protocols that are used in business today, and instead make an agreement via the blockchain, it will speed up transaction waiting periods and businesses can get what they want more quickly. Another benefit is the decentralization. Decentralization allows each party to have a record as proof of their transaction without going through an intermediary. This way, they can both hold onto it in their own records and they don't need to go anywhere else for it. There are many applications of blockchain, but we're going to go through a few of them right now. One application could be in voting and elections. In that instance, blockchain technology can be used by governments and voters to count votes and for voters to register so that voters can then have a record of their vote being received. This can help governments and voters fight election fraud and election interference. A critically important use of the blockchain is in smart contracts. Smart contracts are a computer protocol intended to digitally facilitate, verify, or enforce the negotiation or performance of a contract. Smart contracts allow the performance of a credible transaction without third parties. These transactions are trackable and irreversible, so the transaction will live in the blockchain in perpetuity. Blockchains can be used to track the origin and movement of goods, the quantity of goods, and really anything else having to do with business transaction. This brings about a new level of transparency in business-to-business ecosystems, simplifying processes such as ownership transfer, production process, assurance, and payments. Blockchain can also be used to improve the tracking of clean energy and regulate power grids. A couple of examples of this would be Power Peers in the Netherlands and Exergy in Brooklyn. Here are some examples of companies that are built using the blockchain. Coinbase is an online wallet and trading platform for cryptocurrencies, which stores users' information and then communicates with the blockchain to record transactions and the trades that these users are making. One of the most famous cryptocurrencies that uses the blockchain is called Ethereum. Ethereum is an open source public blockchain distributed computing platform and operating system featuring smart contract functionality. Ethereum smart contracts are based on different computer languages which developers use to program their own functionalities. Another company is Filecoin. Filecoin is a blockchain-based storage network and cryptocurrency tool. The Filecoin network achieves staggering economies of scale by allowing anyone worldwide to participate as storage providers. It also makes storage resemble a commodity or utility by decoupling hard drive space from additional services. Here are some of the sources that we use to put together this presentation. And that's all that we have for you, so thank you for watching.